Alright, DevLog Day 1. For some reason, it took past me like 10 minutes to explain this, but I don't think it's that complicated. So let me give you the rundown. So we got the HTML page, which is basically the page that has all the information on it. We have the CSS page, which is basically the page that says how the stuff on the HTML page should look. And then you have the JavaScript page that says how to do stuff fancily. I don't know how to explain this better. Like, imagine you had a toaster and you put the toaster on your website, and it's like, wow, that's a cool toaster. You know, it makes toast. That's what JavaScript is. You know, you put toasters on your page, and that's it. That's that took me 10 minutes to explain. Apparently. Alright, next part, I'm making a Would You Rather game as a web page, and I wanted some hover effects, so I worked on that for a bit. And then I realized, like, hey, you know, I'm making this in base HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I might as well use a library or framework, because those are like the industry standard. So then, what's it called? I switched over to React, which is one of the big boys or girls. I mean, I don't think code has a gender. Alright, big objects in the room. And then basically how React works is that, like, imagine that everything is a toaster now, and that you want to set up your toasters in such a way so it's like one of those machines that does like a chain event. I forget what they're called, but yeah, you want one of those chain event machines of toasters and wires and stuff, and then that's it. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. I just started moving everything over to React, and it's been pretty easy. Alright, so that was day 1. Right. Goodbye. Wow. Oh, wait. This is even further future me. Alright, I have to... I realized that there's like no context on the next clip, because there's like a time skip. You know, honestly, I did not think about this post-production. This is my first time. Give me a break, okay? So I'm gonna play the clip from the first day. Then I'll give more context, probably, but I don't think you're gonna get it if you don't know programming. But I guess it was good enough of an explanation. I'm gonna attempt. Alright, now I'm gonna suffer. Alright, so if you don't know coding... Oh, wait, this is future me. Okay, future me. If you don't know coding, I've made a separate video to barely explain what's happening here, and then maybe you could sort of follow along if you want to, but otherwise you could just listen to the soothing sound of my voice and play this all in the background and not understand what's happening. Or you already know coding, and you're just cringing at how bad my code is. You know, whatever one it is, you're welcome. So the first thing I went to working on is that I copy and pasted the old code into the new code, and it was all like weird and stuff. And then I have this code right now. So what's it called? We have 2 states and a color function, and then what's it called? It passes the class name. React is interesting. Like, it's really straightforward, and like a lot of things make sense as soon as you hear them, or at least for me, it was just like, that's exactly how that would work if I wanted to do that. Wow! Oh my god. And then I went to work on it, and I was like, why can't I pass my background color stylings using an ID on click to color handler? Because I don't know what prop is, and I don't know what event is, and whenever I Google it, people are like, it's all over the place, so I'm guessing I need to be more specific. I think I'm gonna change this. So what's my plan for this? It's I'm gonna turn this all into one component, right? Or I'm gonna turn like one banana zone into a component, and then I'm going to pass in the various colors to it, so that way it knows what to switch to, and maybe I can also pass some colors for the transition for the animation. And then, oh right. So for the styling, I'm thinking, because over here, right, where is it? It's with 50%, and that's how it like splits the screen in half. So what I was suggesting is that when you click on the thingy, it'll just set the width to 100%, and then that'll color the entire screen, so that way I don't have to go and grab the other components' colors and stuff. You get what I mean? Well, I'm pretty snazzy, huh? Oh, and I guess I'll also have to set the Z index, so that way the one thing goes over the other thing properly. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Unless you know coding, I don't think you know what I'm saying, and if you do get coding, I think you think there's a better way to do this, and I'm sure there is. Wow, there's no winning here. Alright, devlog. I do day 1006. That's the day we are at right now. So, what do we got here? So, I figured out about, like, passing stuff. I mean, I think they're called props, or parameters. It's one of those two, alright? Honestly, I don't know why the name props is props. Because, like, you know, this is called a state. Honestly, I don't know why these are called states either, because it's like... what's it called? Well, this is a state, right? So you could say like it's the state of things, you know, like this is how things are right now. But props, like this is a play, this is the play, this is the component is the play. It'd make more sense for them to be called like gadgets or something cool. But I guess props is one syllable. What's a one syllable word that's synonymous with gadgets though? Vice, tool is too common. Gizmo is two syllables, but I like gizmo. Widget, not widget. How about gizmos? We could call these gizmos, alright, but props, maybe props, I don't know if they're props. So I did this a bit weird because this is all CS code that I put into an object, right? And then the use state for select switches between these two stylings. So basically how it works is that... Oh, right. The major thing here, this is one component. So instead of... There used to be like two banana zones in here, but now there's just one banana zone, you see? And we go to index.js, we can see that we pass. Or we create two choice panels here. For the red and the blue, you know how these things go. Yeah, see, so we got the red. Look at this, look. You click on the red side, everything's red now. You click on the blue side, everything's blue now. That's exactly how I said in the other devlog. See, so we set the width from 50% when it's unselected. Honestly, I don't know why. These naming conventions are weird. Wait, I'm just reading this now. Okay, so maybe this one should be unselected, because, you know, this is... And then this one should be the selected style. So when we do activate it... I don't even know what you call human readability thing. This doesn't affect anything, okay. So the unselected style, you know, when it's in this state, you know, it has 50% width, and then the Z index is 2. Okay. And then also left percentage. So, like, because, you know, you want one on the left side and one on the right side. I'm sure there was many ways to do this, but I just passed, like, 0% for, this one is the red. And then 50% for the other one. Which I guess means 50% of the screen over. For the blue one. And then there we go. We got 100%. And then the color selected and unselected. I guess you just pass these in. The problem I'm considering now is about these animations, because over here, you know, I had old animations where like it would transition from one color to another color when you hover over it, and then back when you unhovered over it. So for the transition, I guess it'd just be a transition between these two things. Let me write it down actually. I'm not sure if there's like any weird JavaScript things that might exist that would make this easier or not. But if there are, that would be pretty useful for the hovering effect. And then I could also disable it. Well, I'm thinking about disabling it. Oh, right. So, what's it called? I'm thinking, right, we're gonna have class name, and the class name is going to associate with two animations. So we have an animation for it turning on, and then an animation for it turning off. Or like turning on is with the hover, and then turning off is when you unhover. And that will be on the class, right? And then what we'll do is that for the unselected and selected styles, when you select it, it will remove that class name, so that way those animations no longer play. but then when you unselect it, it will re-add it. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Oh my god. See, this is what I'm talking about. You go into game dev, alright, you're gonna spend 7 hours designing the game. You're not even gonna know what you want to code at some point. But this one, it's just like, I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the would you rather. I'm looking for the colors changing on hover. Or that's what I'm looking for. And then React just takes that stuff further, because all of a sudden it's just like, you know, I want 2 choice panels, bada booshki, alright. I want 50% to the left, alright, just pass 50% to the left. And then put the styling over here. Also, from what I've googled, it's like, they say that this is like worse to do than just having a separate CSS file. But I have trouble wrapping my mind around these two being like classes. Because then, like, how do we pass these parameters to these CSS like objects? You know what I mean? Or like, how do we change the stylings on demand? There might be a way to do that. I'll Google it, but if I don't find nothing, these are staying this way, because this is just, not only is it way easier to change, like it's way easier to understand too. It's like, well, when we unselect, this is what the things we want to happen, and when selected, we want these things, alright? Bada booshki, bada bop. And then in our CSS, we'll just have the general stuff for it, you know, the stuff that's already there. Oh, I guess I should set this again next to for 2. But yeah. See, I like how this is turning out. Alright, until the next devlog, whenever the next devlog is.